putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. Michael Flynn could not be in a better position if he'd orchestrated this. Glad you guys are here. KJRadio.com. It is the Kevin Jackson Show. 844-551-8255. Oh, my goodness. Got to tell you, Mike Flynn got the raw deal but good. And I don't know all the shenanigans around it, but it appears that a lot of people are now in trouble for what happened to Flynn. I read this. The guy said, like many other big stories, Susan Rice, security clearances, Conyers, will take media a long time to confirm. But you know how Peter Strzok's system didn't back up? You know why? McCabe altered his 302 of the Flynn interview and deleted all history of revisions. So there was a person that wrote that saying that we got all these big stories out there. Susan Rice manipulating the FISA court, security clearances of Conyers had to do with the sexual harassment or whatever. And this person that's writing this is saying all these things are going to take time to confirm. But Peter Strzok's system didn't back up. And now they know why it happened. We're now peeling back the layers of the FBI to understand how these things are being manipulated. Excuse me. And more importantly, why they're being manipulated. As I told you, it's one thing to commit the crime. It's another to cover it up. The cover up is so much tougher. You guys, believe me, you know this. Every single human being listening to this program knows what I'm talking about because you've done something. You either sneaked out of the house when you were a teenager and you had to get, I don't know how many people, but you had to get 3 friends. Even it got so desperate at times you were probably like, I have to get Danny's mother to say that I stayed the night with Danny because I know my grandmother's going to call. You've done something where you know that if you had just fessed up, life would have been a lot easier. You wouldn't have lost hair. You probably took a year off your life or 6 months off your life with some nonsense. You sneaking out. I'm going to go to the party. I'm going to go with my boyfriend. I'm going to go with my girlfriend. I'm not going to tell so-and-so or whatever. And the cover-up became massive. Well, it was really funny, Kev. I saw your car parked out in front of, that adult bookstore, or whatever. Yeah, it broke down over there, and well, you were seen coming out with a bunch of videos and books. Well, no, I was helping a friend of mine, take those because if we got the car running, I'd bargained with him to do. And what friend was that? You have a friend that works in the bookstore, and you find yourself just going, because guess what? You snagged. You should have just said, yeah, occasionally I go there. I mean, it's whatever. And that would have been the end of it. It was funny. We were having this discussion in church, and the pastor says, and I believe this wholeheartedly. He says, people look at churches for sanctimonious people that don't do anything wrong. That is so wrong. It is the complete opposite. Church is full of sinners. And if you're smart, you recognize you're a sinner. You don't come in there faking it. Oh, yeah, I'm just here to show off my new clothes, my new car, and to sit amongst the sodomites, the sinners. I am not one of them. I do not have any problems. Let me tell you something. You got lots of problems. Yeah, conservatives, God bless you. I love you, man. You got lots of problems. You got problems with kids. You got problems in your relationships. You got problems. I'm not talking about just your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever. You have problems at work. You got problems with anger management, with alcohol abuse, with all kinds of stuff, sexual addictions. You have all kinds of problems. Admit it. It's okay. That's what, conservatism is about, saying, you know what? I can admit this to you, and brother, I'm going to help you. Sister, I'm going to help you with this. You build yourself up by putting yourself around people who are going to help you understand those problems and deal with them. Not sweep them under the rug and rationalize them and give you a new sense of morality in everything that you do wrong. No, that's why you don't want to tell people stuff. But let me tell you, the quicker that you go, no, this is it. This is me, bada bing, bada boom, the better for you. Leftists don't do that. They do the Harvey Weinstein. They got a few people that cover up and then rationalize it. No, Harvey, you're okay because you make good films. You're giving these young women a break. And Harvey's like, you know what? You're right. Yeah, it's kind of, it's like what I deserve. And so the girls are like, well, I mean, if I'm going to get that big break, I mean, it's just what you got to do. And so they become caught up in it. Oh, I guess it's just the way it is. So that becomes the new morality of Hollywood. The Hollywood tries to fool you into, oh, we're going to fix this thing. Hollywood ain't fixing anything. Not fixing a thing, man. So you got the FBI who runs on the same moral compass, who now says, look, the ends justify the means. If we want to get rid of this crazy man, Donald Trump, and this is the only way we can do it, this is the way it is, baby. Why is everybody complaining? So what? I altered a 302. So what? I got rid of all the interview notes. And then Flynn's trying to go, I don't think I said that. Well, what did I do over here? Which, by the way, I still don't understand how you go to prison, because I would say, look, I don't give a crap what your notes say. You're not getting me, it's a technicality that you did this and you violated the Logan Act or whatever. You know what? I don't really care. What I can tell you is this. You've already talked about intent with Hillary Clinton. I had no intention of violating any acts. So you can go for it. And I said this at the time. I said Donald Trump should not have abandoned Flynn. So yeah, it's proving to be true. What Donald Trump should do right now is he should say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm bringing Flynn back into my administration. Now that he's been cleared, now that we understand what's going on, now that would be a media coup. Because, he's bringing Flynn back. Yeah. How about putting a spotlight on a guy who did nothing wrong, who got railroaded by the left? Saw a tweet. It said, the FBI raided 68-year-old businessman Paul Manafort's home in the middle of the night looking for Russians. FBI received info that Nicholas Cruz said he was going to be a professional school shooter. Then a second credible tip that Cruz was armed and dangerous, but there was no raid for Cruz. They dismissed it entirely, but they go, because the narrative was we got to get Trump at all costs, they go drum up something on Manafort, who, by the way, has closer ties to Hillary Clinton and the Podestas than he ever did with Trump. But that is the new norm. That is the new, barometer of the FBI's, what am I trying to say here? That's the modus operandi. They don't care. They don't care about truth and justice. The Bureau has no interest in that anymore. They care about their narratives. So now Flynn has even more evidence that I'm just saying, if I'm Michael Flynn, I'm feasting right now. I'm going, man, bring it. We posted two things about Flynn the other day where Mueller has said, you know what? Special order we're not going to go, he's not going to plead guilty anymore. Oh, and by the way, we're going to throw this out. And I told you guys, I said, there's something afoot. It's too easy. This is the guy that was their entire Russian narrative hung on Flynn, and we got him. And then it was Manafort. We got him. I'm going to tell you something. I predict Manafort gets freed. I know Flynn's going to. It is going to be a month. The FBI will have zero on Donald Trump. I mean, they already have zero, but I'm saying they'll have zero on anybody associated with Donald Trump. Zero. And you're already watching it play out. They've indicted 13 Russians. What a ruse. It's sick. If you really think about it, it's a sick thing to do, because Manafort knows he's not going to he's got indictments. No Russian's going to be arrested in this. Not a single one. no connection whatsoever of Trump or anybody else with this 13 Russians that are being. What's he going to do next? Arrest Snoopy and Scooby-Doo? I mean, this is ridiculous. And they don't have the guts to tell you there's nothing there because they need it to go on. And the bigger thing is this, and I talked about it before. They can't arrest anybody on the other side because once they do that, the dominoes fall. But it's coming. You listening to me, Carl? Carl says, Kevin, they're not going to arrest anybody. Yes, they will. And when they arrest one, you watch it. It's going to be boom, 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 boom. And you're going to go, what just happened? Kevin was right. That just happened, Carl.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.